every sin mentioned in the New Testament. Adultery, being angry, then the next sin is also being angry again. But instead of it being with James, it's with Matthew. Being arrogant, bitterness, blasphemy. This one's my favourite. Boasting is a sin, which is kind of arrogance and prideful. I honestly didn't know this, but it makes sense. Just fighting in general is a sin. But in the New Testament, they use the word brawling, which is fancier. It also says brutality is that one as well. So this one, I don't really see how it should be a sin, but as you can see, this is a courtroom. So apparently it's a sin to bring family members to court. Or like call the police on them or any legal stuff. Okay, so I thought this was something else, but no. It's a sin to get drunk and make a lot of noise while drunk. I honestly had no idea that this was a sin as well. Making a lot of noise and raising your voice is a sin. So like all of my videos, I commit like 20 sins every 10 minutes. Honestly, I feel like this one's a bit unfair, because complaining is a sin. Like if someone like shoots you, you're not gonna be like, oh, good shot, or something. And if it's a family member, I'm calling the police on them. That would be like going to hell then. This is like conceit, which is just pride, like excessive pride. I didn't know Timothy was writing these things. So we're getting on to a few more of the 10 Commandments, which is coveting, so stealing. Don't covet, or do not covet your neighbor's goods, or adultery, your neighbor's wife, which we did the first one. Okay, so being a coward is a sin. I didn't know that. I feel like that's what it says in the Bible. Cowardice. That shouldn't be a sin. And like, I'm not questioning the Bible or anything, like, in my opinion. If I wrote the Bible, that wouldn't be a sin. That's normal. So lying as well, obviously. God hates the liars. I feel like lying is probably one of my most committed sins, apart from gluttony. Fraud is also a big sin. This one I can't really use the image, but if I went like this, and I was any other religion, that's a sin. Well, then again, I am your God, there's no other gods before me. I am a Catholic, except I feel like that's a bit harsh. Like, no one else, if someone's not a Catholic, that's only like a few million, maybe a billion people. So most people do go to hell, though, it says, unfortunately. And I just want to say, it's a shame how lukewarm Christians go to hell. Like, apparently. Lukewarm Christians pray, believe in God, attend Mass sometimes. I'm a lukewarm Christian, I'm going to hell. I'm sure of that, by the way. So just being an attention seeker is a sin. Disobeying your parents is a big sin as well. Division is a sin, not like maths. Like, if you want to take a country and you divide it into two, like that, the red people and the stupid blue people. That last few words was a joke, but it is a sin. Getting a divorce is a sin, because it's like a church, I think, and like, till death do us part, and it's like the God thing, because like church and a priest is like, don't break up, and like till the rest of days you'll be together. Drinking, like alcohol, and getting drunk are sins, but this next one I don't understand. Look at this. This person's just eating bread. Guys, it's a sin to waste good bread. Look at this. So eating bread's apparently fine, but you have to be worthy. How do you get worthy of eating bread? You have to be worthy. Look at this. You're saying this child is going to hell if they die just there. I'm pretty sure you can't go to hell unless you have your communion before communion, like children. But you're saying if this baby eats that bread, and since they're only born a few months ago, I assume, they're going to hell because they're unworthy of eating that. If they get shot in the head, okay, I probably shouldn't say that, but if they get shot in the head just after taking a bite, they're going to hell. What the hell? Look, eating bread unworthily, it says. When I die, I have a little word of God. I guess perhaps because it is the body of Jesus and whatnot. Oh, and also, guys, we are not even nearly halfway done. So, if you're this person here, well, like, if you're just a man, and you're feminine, that's a sin. There's also enmity, which is going to war, I believe. Let's go, one of the 7 deadly. Being, or, like, one. How many 7 deadly did we do so far? Let's say anger with wrath. Adultery is lust. There's a few prides. Gluttony. We did a bit of gluttony. Oh well, this is envy. Believe it or not, thinking about bad things is a pretty big sin. Now, you don't have to do it or anything, but just thinking about, like, murdering someone. We've all thought about murdering something. Then you're gonna go to hell. I'm fairly sure we already did lying, except let's say someone was accused of shooting someone and your friend was there when you supposedly shot them, and they say, yes, you did shoot them, even if you didn't. False witnessing, that's a sin. Brutally beating children. Let's just find a good image. I know is beating students in India and schools legal, but let's say this is someone's child and this is their dad. Father beating children is a pretty big sin. I had fun searching that up. Which is a sin itself, having fun doing that. But the actual sin says it is sinful to provoke children to wrath. Speedrun time. Being fearful is a sin, kind of bad. Okay, not really speedrun right now. Like, that, being scared of stuff is fine, in my opinion. Obviously, God is a higher being and whatnot. Like, cowardly, like, why are they sins? This one, fair enough, being filthiness is a sin, just like dirt everywhere. This was actually a better image. Fleshliness is steering away from God, like sinning purposely. Being an idiot's a sin. It says being foolish, but, you know, talking foolishly. Wise people speak wisely, but fools speak foolishly, obviously. Speaking stupidly is a sin. Now on to some of my favorite sins. I should not be saying that. Fornication is just like lust without the intent of having a child. Usually a man with a single female, it said, for some reason. The next 3 are sins, like 7 deadly. First, greed with Mammon here. Lust here with Osmodeus. Except Satan here, it's not wrath yet, but it's hate. And then the next one's hatred. And then the next one, yeah, it is. This one is right beside, and I just think Mammon looks really nice as a spider. This one is hypocrisy, so being a hypocrite. Like, for example, some people won't know what this is. So if I say, what's a good example? Okay, it's hard to think when you're not very, when you're, anyway, they say, don't eat that bread, you're unworthy. And then, let's say I tell you not to eat your bread because you're unworthy, and then I eat bread and I'm unworthy too. Actually, never mind, this one's probably my favorite. The golden calf. I'm clicking on it. Okay, yeah. Idolatry is the worship of something that isn't God. Like, my idol would be... I don't know. I don't have one. At least not at the moment. But if it's Jesus or God, then that's fine. Unless it's like a statue of him. Being immoral. Again. Not being pure, I guess. Like doing drugs, I guess, or something. Being jealous. Like envy. Yeah. Don't think that's too bad. Like, if you don't enact anything bad, then just being jealous of someone isn't the worst thing. This next one is jesting, but I thought it was joking, because I'm a gas, aren't I? So being a jester is a sin, so I guess just being funny is a sin. Judging people is a sin as well. Being bad when, like, knowing what sins are, knowing to do good, but not doing it. So, God, I know all these sins, but now I'm committing them, and that's like blasphemy, and like... So, I'm learning all these sins, and I'm gonna still probably commit them. So that's not good. Laying up treasure on earth? Huh? I obviously did search this up. Treasure on... Jesus. No. Treasure on earth are evidence and corruptible, where treasure in heaven will never pass away or suffer corrosion. Well, liking things on earth is a sin. Because of course it is. Hey guys, do you remember this image of the court? Like, it's how it's illegal to bring family members, especially brothers, to court. Well, guess what? Apparently it's illegal to go in a court at all. Perhaps that's why they say all lawyers go to hell. And guess what? Both my parents are lawyers, so that's just dandy. Okay, so I just saw this one and it just said living, and then I read on and said living for pleasure. I mean, like, that's all humans really want, is just pleasure. Like, they work to get stuff, you know? Living for pleasure. Okay, this guy made a boat and is saying, if we all want happiness and pleasure so much, then why are we so bad at getting it? Ah, Steve, that's Steve. That's just stupid. Well, guess what? Other people want it too, and they have more power. Is that it? You're an idiot. So this is cool. Loving yourself is a sin. Not romantically or sexually, just being proud of yourself and loving yourself as you would someone that you love, like a family member, is a sin. Okay, guys, this one is a bit, you know. So here are people holding, and this one's probably a better one. Loving people. Loving other people is fine, completely fine. But loving people more than Jesus is a sin. You know, I've actually never met Jesus, so... Okay, let me read this. To love someone is madness. To be loved by someone is a gift. Loving someone who loves you is a duty. No, it isn't. But being loved by someone whom you love is a beautiful life. Yeah, and loving someone more than Jesus, go to hell. Let me just search this up. This is another very nice thing. Okay, actually, maybe I shouldn't have done. Wait, is that Starlight? Alright, wanting someone just for not them, just for their body is a sin. Alright, cool. Get out of that. Cool. Instead of false witnesses, it's just lying is a sin this time. wanting to hurt someone is a pretty big sin. I don't think it's too bad, you know? If you don't do anything and you just want them to die, then that's fine. Every man who prays or prophesies with his head covered dishonors his head, and everyone who prays their head uncovered. Okay, Christian God. Pretty sure like most religions cover their heads going in the church though. So, and disrespectful to the other religions, like anti-Semitic or whatever it's called.